What's good, Digest family? Mavs Digest, we're here. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. We got 5 days. 5 days until Mavericks basketball returns in the regular season where we play against the San Antonio Spurs. But we here. How y'all doing? What's poppin', chat? It's going to be a good live stream. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about this team. We're going to talk about the Mavericks, the roster. Going to go over any pertinent news right now. The guys are in practice, going through some interviews as well. So we'll look at some quotes. Talk about any moves that were made recently. Jayzen Gortman. And I'll tell you a little sneak peek into how my Friday went, where I got to hang out with Jaden Hardy. Yes, I was hanging out with Jaden Hardy yesterday. Me and him was kicking it at Kroger, getting some groceries, chopping it up, having a good time. He shouted out the channel. I also hung out with TJ Clark. Shout out to TJ Clark on the Dallas Legends. I found out some good stuff, chat. I found out some pretty cool information. Apparently, TJ Clark, who's on the Dallas Legends, as well as Jayzen Gortman, the newest addition to the Dallas Mavericks. They watch the channel, chat. They watch me. They watch us. So, gotta watch how, what I say, how I say it. Obviously, I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna, give y'all the authentic Marcel, but I gotta watch what I say to an extent. But I thought that was really cool. Hanging out with them yesterday. It wasn't really hanging out. It was an event. There was like a Kroger that was opening up out in like Melissa, Texas. It was like an hour from where I live. And he was there. A couple other players were there. So it was cool. I got some videos. I got some pictures. It was really nice. It was really cool. But yeah, finding out that they watch the channel, crazy. Knowing that Jayzen Gortman, who, that's crazy too. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to everybody. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Let's see what chat's talking about. This is going to be the best season of Mavericks history. Mavericks are winning all this year. I called it. Josh, you got it, dog. You calling it. Aaron saying, we live. Gage Stewart, yo. Leonardo saying, Mavs Digest live and it's in Euro-friendly time. We up. Hey, man, I do it for my European family. My Euro fam. You know what I mean? Toaster, what's good? Cameron said, goat, man. Yes, sir. What's good? So what's good, Final Wars? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Did you tell them your love today? I mean, live? Did you tell them you're live? I didn't tell him I was gonna go live. Yeah, I don't want to. Whenever I interact with like a basketball player, which has been happening a lot more recently, whenever I interact with a basketball player or any athlete, I try not to like throw my content at them. Like, hey, I'm a YouTuber for the Mavericks. Follow me. Look at me. Like, no, I try to keep it chill. I don't try to like push it on them because you gotta imagine these guys get approached every day by everybody who wants something from them. If I can just get a picture or a video, I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna beg for Jaden Hardy to watch my channel or for Daniel Gafford to come on the stream. Like, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. It's all good. I like to treat them like people because at the end of the day, that's what they are. I met Jaden Hardy before. Jaden Hardy's tall. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Let me show y'all the picture of me and Jaden Hardy. Because, really quick, let's look here. I'm gonna look up how tall is Jaden Hardy listed. I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2". Maybe 6'1.5". He's listed at 6'3". Now, I'm going to show you the picture of me and Jaden Hardy just standing next to each other. And he's in, now I'm wearing just normal high tops. Jaden Hardy is in slides. Let me see if I can get this. Where is it? Like, he's got to be at least closer to 6'4". Like, on TV, they look a little short. Nah, real life, like, dang, bro, you tall. Let's see here. Do I already have that? Hold on. Where is it? I got you, chat. Hold on. Here we go. Like, that's me and Jaden Hardy. Like, it's at a weird angle, obviously, but, like, I'm telling you, he's got to be at least closer to 6'4". If I'm 6'2", he's got to be 6'4". Dude is tall. Also, his father was there. Shout out to Papa Hardy. He's also a tall individual as well. I think that was him. Yeah, that's him behind us. Really cool dude. Jaden Hardy's a really nice guy. He's really nice guy. He's a nice guy. There's literally nothing negative you can say about Jaden Hardy. He's a very nice guy. He was talking to people at the store, handing out gift cards, interacting with people, taking pictures with anybody who asked. You know what I'm saying? He was a genuinely nice guy. And I was able to get a video of him shouting out Mavs Digest. That was cool too. Didn't have to do it. So, like, I appreciate it. And again, I wasn't trying to be pushy. I wasn't saying like, oh, can I get a video? I was like, nah, man, if it's cool, nah, it's, you know what I'm saying? Treat them like people. Yo, what's good, Rylan? Let me see. What else am I missing in chat? Oh, that's the way to approach it? Yeah, just treat my people. Rashawn Bros. Texas Legends liked my comment after asking them to sign Jamarion Sharp. Yeah, so let's go on into the news. Let's go on to the news. Jamarion Sharp has been cut from the Dallas Mavericks. We do have Jayzen Gortman. Jayzen Gortman has found his way onto the two-way roster, but we cut a few players. Let me just go ahead and let's go back to Twitter. Twitter's kind of where I get all my information. Let's go to look at the actual tweet, or I guess the news. Let me see. I made a video on it. I got a video on Jayzen Gortman and everything that happened. It's going to go up after this stream. I may need to re-record it. I don't really like how it came out, so I may have to re-record it. But yeah, here we go. So it was reported that the Dallas Mavericks have waived guard. Ooh, don't want y'all to see my chat. The Dallas Mavericks have waived guard AJ Lawson, forward Emmanuel Miller, and center Jamarion Sharp. They have been cut for Jayzen Gortman. A lot of people were wondering, why did we waive AJ Lawson to then re-sign AJ Lawson to then waive him again? Well, it was because after our first preseason game, you don't just get rid of people, right? Like, you want to give them a chance. AJ Lawson has been with the Dallas Mavericks for a while now, so it made sense that, okay, we waived you because obviously we're going to give that spot to Markieff Morris. That's what happened, right? You give the spot to Markieff Morris. But you still want him to have the same opportunity as everyone else to fight for a two-way contract. So that's why you bring him back. But he still had to fight. He could still be waived. And unfortunately, in the rest of the preseason games, the only real standout was Jayzen Gortman. He looked further along than everyone else. Emmanuel Miller looked good too, but he really didn't have too big of an opportunity. But in the limited time that Emmanuel Miller played, he did look good. As far as Jamarion Sharp, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are unhappy that we didn't keep Jamarion Sharp in some capacity. I don't know if we can bring him back to the G League. I'm not sure who owns his rights, but you have to also understand that we can't have too many players that need development. We can't have too many players that need minutes in a real game to improve. We're fighting for a championship. We're not experimenting with the team. We're not trying to figure out the roster. We have the roster figured out. And the further to the end of the bench you are, the least minutes you're going to get, especially if we sign Jamarion Sharp to a two-way contract. Do you really think that someone on a two-way contract is going to get any real minutes outside of garbage time? No. But I also understand when you have someone that's 7'5", that might be something that you want to keep around. I mean, he showed signs of promise, right? Like he was pretty quick for someone that big. He moved very well. Shot blocking, obviously, if you look at his box score, nothing really stood out to you. But it is what it is. We got Jayzen Gortman. We got the smooth jazz, as they call him. See what's chat talking about. Hardy has to be like 6'5", at least, especially with shoes on. Jake is saying, hey, what's up? Josh Ray saying, do you think Olivier will be in the rotation? I think in some capacity, yeah. Maybe not a whole lot of minutes, but we'll see some Omax rotations. I believe so. I remember on Thursday when Prosper baptized that dude. Hey, Pastor Prosper baptized that man. Just went up, didn't care who's in front of him, slammed it down. Had like back-to-back and ones. Omax looked really good. Signing Morris seems kind of dumb now. Nah, I wouldn't really say that. And I will continue to stand on my statement on why Markieff Morris is important. And I understand there's people out there that don't think it's important. Some people out there that don't think Markieff Morris deserves to be on the roster. But championship teams don't have 15 players that see the court every night. Some players are there for in case of emergency. Some players are there for, just garbage time. Some players are there for more of a locker room presence and a leadership. The Miami Heat kept Udonis Haslem for how long? Almost every championship team that has come and gone, there's at least one or two players on there that are really just locker room players. Think of the Milwaukee Bucks. Do you really think that they have the Giannis Antetokounmpo on their roster because he's good? Obviously, that's a push from Giannis saying he wants his brother there. And I saw a report earlier today that the Nasses may get re-signed to the Bucks because he's such a great locker room presence. Those things are important for a team, and I've seen people comment, well, they're grown professionals and they're grown adults. Why do they need somebody in the locker room? That's how sports work. That's just how sports work. If you've played sports, you know the importance of good locker room guys. Not everybody is going to have value on the court. Some of the guys on the bench, some of the guys in the locker room, some of the guys when you travel are very important. Not everybody is going to drop 20 points a night, 10 points a night and contribute. You can contribute in other ways. Especially when Markieff Morris was traded here with Kyrie. I'm pretty sure Kyrie wanted him to come with him. Yeah, if Kyrie wants Markieff here, Markieff's going to stay here. And that's just respect to Kyrie. We should have kept Sharp. We don't need any Powell game time this season. I understand, but in the same vein of Markieff Morris, Dwight Powell kind of is in that same position. And I understand. I said you don't want too many players that need development. At the same time, you don't want too many locker room guys. I think Morris and Powell are totally fine. And at the same time, to be completely honest, Powell is, as a third string center, it is what it is. Powell's a third string center. It is what it is. He isn't the worst. He's not the worst. He's not the best, but I mean, it is what it is. And honestly, and I've said it before, how many times have you heard anything bad about Dwight Powell? No one talks bad about Dwight Powell aside from fans. So if the guys like him, the guys want him there, go for it. But then, not everybody's going to get minutes. It just doesn't work that way. Early Christmas presents for AJ, 75K guaranteed the bank account, I believe. Bang, there you go. Got some bread on you. Sharp should have stayed, but I ain't mad. It is what it is. There's still a chance that we could get him on the G League team or in some, I mean, more. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of things that could happen. Knicks and Mavs in the finals. I can see the Mavs in the finals. Knicks, we'll see. We'll see. Mikal Bridges, his shot looks broke. Not really good. Now, it is just preseason. You know, you have the whole 82 games to figure it out, but some players don't look that good. Gage saying, I wonder how the chemistry will be. So many moves this offseason. Glad we still got Keith to keep everyone level-headed. Same with Kyrie. Exactly. I think we'll be fine. I think the chemistry will be perfectly fine. I don't think we'll have a chemistry issue as far as guys like gelling. I think the chemistry issue will just be from players having to adjust to how others play. How Luka will have to get used to playing alongside Klay. Just like how Luka had to learn how to play alongside Kyrie. They didn't look that good on the court together when we first got them. But they had to learn. They had to learn how to play with each other. I think that'll be the chemistry issue, not necessarily whether or not they get along. But I know what you mean. We should have gotten Lonnie Walker, though. Yeah, he just, we just got news that Lonnie Walker was waived by the Celtics, and it doesn't look like they're going to pick him up in any capacity. I like Lonnie Walker. I think he's good. But I don't know. There's a few players I've got waived today, actually. It is. TGK TV. Shout out to the homie TGK TV. Go ahead, check out his channel. Has the best preseason games or preseason live streams of any Mavericks YouTuber, of any sports team. You're not going to find a better production value of a preseason live like TGK TV. Check him out. I'm always on. Well, I'm not always on there, but I'm on there sometimes. I'm going to try to get him on this channel more often as well. Shout out to the homie TGK TV. He says, agreed, we don't need Powell anymore. We definitely need Powell. You're crazy. Still a long way to go. The new pieces need to get comfortable with their roles first. You have to assume, since it's a long season, that Doncic and Irving won't always be there. Yeah, I think certain players will find their roles a little bit easier. Hot take, I think Grimes will kind of fall into his role a little bit easier than the other new additions. I think Klay will just have to kind of figure it out game by game. Hot take, I could be wrong. I think Najee may struggle just a little bit. Not struggle as far as being effective. I think Najee will be great as far as what he can do. He can bring the ball down. He can facilitate. He can pass very well. He has good court vision. He can push the pace. There are a lot of good things to Najee Marshall's game that will be huge for the Dallas Mavericks. But I think he may find a struggle on where he can implement all those good things. Like in the flow of a game, when do I do X, Y, Z, A, B, C? You know, so it is what it is. I think Najee will be fine, though, but I think it'll be kind of trying to find where he fits in might be a struggle. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Let me see. Morris is a Kyrie hire. Yeah. Powell is a what GOAT? Could Lively play power forward? I believe it. And people call me crazy. I said that Dereck Lively could be the next Dirk. I think Dereck Lively could easily have the same bag as Dirk, in my honest opinion. You have to know how to play without them. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I mean, but you have to give them credit. Like, if we have a few games where Kyrie and Luka are out and we lose, give them some grace. They're very new together. You don't want to throw out a bunch of players that don't have a lot of time play together and expect them to win games. You know, it's not 2K, right? You can't just throw a bunch of players together and because they're good, they win games. There's a lot of nuance behind the game. Cuban hired TGK, straight up. You got to. Saying Tov272 saying, wait, what's finally happening? I just started watching. It's finally happening. The Dallas Mavericks basketball is coming back. It's finally happening. It's all coming together. Everything that we worked hard for. The last few seasons of just struggle basketball, not making the playoffs, losing to the Clippers, losing the first round, injuries, bad acquisitions, bad trades, Tim Hardaway Jr., all of that is gone. We are finally entering this new era of Mavericks basketball with Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Dereck Lively, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy, Omax, Jayzen Gortman, Markieff Morris, Dwight Powell. The list goes on. We have stepped into a brand new era of Mavericks basketball. It's finally happening. For a very long time, Mavericks fans have wanted this team to at least look like a team that can actually compete instead of just being that team that's got Luka. I feel like that's honestly, before last year, I feel like that's kind of how we were looked at. We were looked at the team that just has Luka Doncic. We just have Luka Doncic. Mavericks have Luka. That was it. We had players around. Like, I love Dodo, Dorian Finney-Smith. That was my guy. We had Tim Hardaway Jr., Chris Apps. Like, we had players. But, like, we were just Luka and the Mavs. Right now, we looking like the Mavs. They're going to have to put respect on us. You know, the West is stacked, and we gotta pop out and show them. You feel me? Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Cuban legacy is still on the team, huh? Nah. Klay and Kyrie have chemistry. They have great chemistry. Mikal ain't washed, though, according to Twitter coaches, but Klay is. Let Twitter tell it, and Klay is the worst player ever. I don't like that Kyrie was forced to come back, Marcel, to facilitate. What do you mean? I don't like that Kyrie was forced to come back to facilitate. What, in game 4 of the preseason? It was just preseason. I ain't worried about that. I don't think he was forced. And honest opinion, he may have wanted to come back in game 4, if that's what you're talking about. He looked really good. Honestly, Kyrie looks like he's ready to go. He does not look rusty at all. If you could make a player come to the Mavs, who would it be? Lauri Markkanen. I think Markieff should retire as a Maverick because not only he's a great vet, he can kind of coach young players like Lively, Gortman, Williams, Edwards, Omax, Najee, and Grimes. You're absolutely right. Do you think they should get rid of Dinwiddie? I got a video on that coming out. I don't think they should get rid of Dinwiddie, but let's be honest, chat. Here, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about this. The Dallas Mavericks had not a major blow to the roster, but when Dante Exum hurt his hand and has to miss 2 to 3 months, that opened up a spot as our third ball handler. A lot of people thought Dante wasn't going to get minutes. A lot of people thought that Spencer Dinwiddie was going to be our third ball handler. That is not the case. I've said it in a video. I'll say it again live. Out of Jason Kidd's own mouth, he said it himself that Spencer Dinwiddie would be on the deeper side of the bench and that Dante would be the third ball handler. Now that Dante's hurt, Spencer Dinwiddie moves in alongside Jaden Hardy. However, what we saw during preseason from Spencer Dinwiddie was not really that impressive. It wasn't reassuring. Game 4 looked a little bit better, but I've heard people calling Spencer Dinwiddie the new THJ. People calling Spencer Dinwiddie the new Tim Hardaway Jr., and I don't want to say I agree, but if there really is maybe doubts that Spencer could step up in lieu of Dante's injury and just be that third ball handler, I don't think Spencer will be the same Spencer that we had before. I think a lot of people need to bring their expectations of Spencer Dinwiddie down just a little bit. But if we don't have Dante and Spencer Dinwiddie isn't playing very well, we're going to have to rely on Jaden Hardy. Or you have Grimes, you have Najee Marshall. But the thing is with Najee and Grimes, if you ask them to pretty much replace Spencer, who's replacing them, right? Like, you don't want to have to slide too many pieces around. But I say we keep Spencer, give it about 10 to 15 games for this team to really figure themselves out. Who knows? A lot of these same doubts we're talking about could be gone. Could be out of here. But there was a comment I saw that I wanted to react to. Oh, Fork out here gifting memberships. I'll throw the little Luka Doncic. It's not a super chat, but he's gifting out memberships. Tone Swan is a member. Jay Kassan is a member. TGK TV. Richard Singleton, no sir. Garland 2 Fingers, Jordan Willis, Jaws, Flame Wolf, Stinky Bacon. Y'all are members, which is perfect timing because we're doing a giveaway for our channel members. Shout out to Fork for gifting it to memberships. I appreciate it. But there was a comment that I definitely want to react to because I've been seeing a lot of back and forth and I see what I see. Tone Swan, you and other people like you have said this. Gortman does not finish nor look like Kyrie at all. Get your eyes checked. All right, chat. Does Gortman finish like Kyrie? Let me know. Does Jayzen Gortman finish like Kyrie Irving? I may have to pull up some little highlights of him attacking the basket, because I'm not saying he does everything like Kyrie. I'm not saying Jayzen Gortman looks like Kyrie and does everything like Kyrie. I'm talking about specifically how he attacks the basket and finishes. It's very similar to Kyrie. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe I'm tripping, but he's got a very good finishing. Like his bag as far as finishing at the rim is very nice. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna try to find a video, because there was one where he just threw a little bit English on that. You know what I mean? But let's see what chat's saying. Lucas Tough says no. Chris says similar to Kyrie. Dragon Ball Ray says, didn't Spencer Dinwiddie trash us when he was with the Lakers? He didn't trash us. He just gave a weird analogy. CJ says no. Steve says almost. Chris says not the same, but he is a similar player. Jomi Loju, sorry if I mispronounced your name, said yes. Lil CJ says nothing like Kyrie. Chris says understand the comparison. All right. Miriam saying yes. Gortman is good, but he ain't Kyrie. Yes, okay. I'm not saying he is Kyrie. I'm saying he does finish at the rim like Kyrie. He throws up really nice floaters, little jelly, throws a little English on it. Like, he has that type of bag as far as a guard. It's similar. I see exactly how Kyrie does it. He can do it too. I'm not saying he's as good as Kyrie. I'm not saying he's on the same level as Kyrie. All I'm saying is he's got a lot of the framework. I think that's fair to say. He has the framework to be like Kyrie. I don't want to give him too much. I don't want to say too much about Jayzen Gortman, because I feel like people going to think I'm overreacting. I think he's a very good player, very talented, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Could be wrong though. Graham said, yeah, just a feeling. I'm definitely not saying I'm right. I just think Dinwiddie can provide some defense and playmaking, shot creation. Klay can't play D anymore and can't facilitate. Graham, have you been watching these games? Talking about Klay can't play D and can't facilitate? What? Hold on. Okay, now I got another question for the chat. Chat, how did Klay Thompson's defense look in preseason? How did Klay Thompson's defense look in preseason? I thought it was fine. Not phenomenal, not crazy good. I didn't think it was bad. And as far as facilitate, what are we talking about? He had some very good passes. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to actually watch Klay Thompson. Come on now. Lil CJ says, but then again, he probably learned from Kyrie. There you go. Chris says, I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kessler is injured. Looking forward to him, though. Played really well against his last season. Yeah, I was very hopeful that we would see Kessler Edwards play in preseason. I think he's going to be good for us down the road. I think he has a very good comparison to Omax, but we'll see. That's me, though. Michael B. Moore in the house. Well, yeah, Michael B. Moore. How you doing, Michael? Aaron said, Roddy B is an NBA champion. Yeah, he could probably beat me in a one-on-one. The question, or I guess the poll, is a joke from a friend. A friend of mine asked if I could beat Rodrigue Beaubois one-on-one, in a pickup game. I said it depends on who gets ball first. Because if I get ball first, I'm cheating. If he gets ball first, I'm cheating still. So I guess it doesn't matter. Klay's defense was good. See, Gortman presents different offensive challenges than Kai, but they're both great ballers. Yeah, in their own right. Rashawn said his build is mixed with Kyrie with the floaters and Drew Holiday on the defense. I saw the same thing. It's reminiscent of these players, but not at the same level. You feel me? Like, it looks like it, but it's not there quite yet. The framework. He has the framework of these type of players. Hunter said great defense from Klay. Yeah, very solid. He played team defense. Exactly. Like, come on, you got to watch him. BE3 saying, I think Dante being injured at the moment is a blessing in disguise. I know he'll be traded. And I don't like to praise injuries or celebrate injuries, and I don't think that's what fans are saying either. So it's kind of weird how you have to word it, but yes, I think it is somewhat of a blessing in disguise, because no disrespect to Dante Exum, I'm not too sure I would have put him as a third ball handler. He could prove me wrong. He did look good last year, but some of the things that I didn't like was his decision making was very indecisive. Like, he was very hesitant on some plays. He would just defer back to Luka or Kyrie. He was very hesitant to shoot sometimes. He has a very good 3-point percentage last year, but he was very selective on his shots. So if you can overcome that and just be, I guess, better overall, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not too sure about putting Dante as their third ball handler. Chris saying Klay's defense was actually surprisingly solid. See? Debbie Mullen saying Klay did amazing, especially for preseason. Yeah. Dinwiddie can run an offense Klay can't. If Klay's shot isn't falling, he doesn't provide very much. Graham, are you not watching, bro? Like, when Klay's shot wasn't falling, he still got rebounds. He still pushed the pace in transition. He was still finding good passes. He was running a pick and roll with Dereck Lively and Daniel Gafford. Like, his passing was still good. Like, come on, Graham, you got to watch him. Santos Reborn says, do you actually play ball, Marcel? Serious question. So, let me switch gears. This question I get asked by a lot of people. Marcel, do you play ball? Did you ever play ball? Are you just a YouTube guy? Yes, I played basketball my entire life. When I was in high school, I was 6 feet tall my senior year and the shortest person on my basketball team. I've played basketball my entire life. But because I was only 6 feet tall, I'm 6'2" now, so I grew a little bit more. But because I was only 6 feet tall when I graduated and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep growing, I didn't continue to pursue basketball. I really wasn't that great. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I was phenomenal. I love playing defense. I was a much more defensively minded player. I will be honest, I did not have a good jump shot. I could never really shoot the ball that well. I was a slasher. I could attack the rim. I could dunk. I could easily lay up. I got a nice little package. You feel me? My Euro step was deadly. You feel me? But that's just because when I was a kid, I was taller than the other kids. So I was the power forward or center. So I had more forward skill sets. And then as I got older and everyone else got taller, it's like, hey, you need to be point guard. I'm like, I can dribble and pass. I can't really shoot. I got to get down the post. You feel me? So there's your answer. Yes, I played ball. When I was in the Army, I also played basketball. Not like for a team or anything, but like in pickup situations in the Army, if we were doing basketball for PT or some friends want to get together, I was always out there playing basketball. That's mainly how I stayed in shape in the military, was by playing basketball. But now, not so much. I've got injuries out the wazoo. My body, like I tore my ACL a few years back. Like I'm in no way, shape, or form ready to play basketball. But yes, I played basketball. Let me see. See some people. Hold on. Chris saying Exum was good in the Olympics. He was till like he messed up his hand. Santos Reborn saying, why are people acting like Klay needs to be 2016 Klay on defense when he literally just won a championship being the same Klay of today in 2022? I don't get it either, bro. TGK with a hot take saying we need to waive Dante and move Gortman to the main roster. TGK, Marcel been ducking me. I'm not ducking you. TGK believes that Gortman definitely needs to crack the rotation, which I agree. I think he does deserve to get minutes in some capacity. But as far as like who needs to go, what TGK said, we need to trade Jaden Hardy and just let Gortman take his minutes. There's a lot of good things that we saw from Gortman. I want to continue to see that. I want to see consistency. I want a good sample size before I can really give somebody, you know, that big of a promotion. Really, like that's a big promotion. You go from an E10 contract to boom, you're on the roster. That's jumping steps right there. But it is what it is. I think a lot of Warriors fans have been downplaying Klay because he left. Yeah, I think they're hurt. Oh, you want to see some highlights? I don't think there's any footage of me playing basketball. If I can find some, I'll post it. But it is what it is. Eric Jones said, Klay will do great with Luka and Kyrie. His 2 games with Kyrie were his best 2 games. Imagine that with Luka as well, and he gets less attention on defense. Exactly. The 2 games he played with Kyrie, he looked great. Because Kyrie knows how to facilitate. Dante Exum is a solid contributor and most importantly, fairly consistent. I really think he's a keeper. He stepped up last year and really made a difference. He's a keeper. I feel like if Dante played better in the playoffs, I'd feel differently about it. But he really did disappear in the playoffs. Lucas Stuff said, I agree, move Gortman to the main roster, but out of all the 2 ways we have that get no minutes, to waive Dante is crazy. Gortman is a lot better than just a 2-way player. Like, that is a fact. Why would you waive Dante? He made that crazy shot against the Rockets and sent it overtime. That's fair. What Dante do in the playoffs exactly? Lil CJ saying, you see Anthony Edwards apologize to Kyrie? Yeah, you learn something. Props to Anthony Edwards. Yeah, you poked the bear poked back. You know what I mean? Savannah May saying, wave Dante. Yeah, a lot of people in chat not really liking that wave Dante, TGK. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Chris saying, Fort Linwood gang. That's where I was, baby. That's where I was. Rashawn Burrow saying, I always play 5v5 with different people, and I did used to play for a basketball team, and I was point guard with good defense and a catch and shoot player. That's what's up. Like I said, my jump shot was broke, but I could attack the basket. I was a slasher for sure. You give me that ball, I'm going downhill. And I'm getting to the line too, and ones. Dragon Ball Ray says, I would love to have Giannis Antetokounmpo on the team, but what would you have to give up to get him? The best course of action is wait till he's a free agent. You don't want to trade for Giannis. You give up too much, and then you have to worry about the salary cap hitting that first apron, you know what I mean? So you don't trade for Giannis. You just wait till he's a free agent. If Giannis were to request a trade, that's different. If Giannis is very open and vocal that he wants a trade, that could work in our favor because his value would be down. Teams aren't going to give you the best package if they know he wants to leave because they're going to offer you what they want to offer you. If you say no, okay, cool, we'll wait till he's a free agent. And he leaves for nothing. Like Paul George. Left for nothing, right? That's how it goes. TGK said, let me clarify. Put Maxey and Hardy in a first on a trading block and see what's out there. You got to test the waters. That's fair. That is fair. Brandon is a 2-way, though. I'm not a big fan of Brandon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Brandon Williams. I'm sorry. I didn't really see enough, I guess, from him. That's just me, though. Alan Shin saying, hello, Mavs fan from Taiwan. What's good, Alan? Appreciate you being here, dog. What happened to the Mavs creators basketball game? Is there footage? Yes, BE3. If you go to TGK TV's channel, I want to say, TGK, you have, because we went live. So we went live for the creators tournament, the 3v3 tournament. I was commentating alongside Joe, so I'm all up in that. And I want to say, if you just go to TGK TV's channel and go to his live streams, you'll have to go back because it was like in June. Let me see here. Where is it? Yep, it was streamed 2 months ago. The 3v3 Mavs Twitter tournament live stream. You're going to see me and Big Dog Joe commentating the entire time. It was really fun. Really fun. Dragon Ball Race says, I definitely feel like you can use Maxey and Dwight Powell to discuss for Giannis. Totally. If it trade Maxey and Exum in a first and see what you can get back. You got to test the waters. Nah, didn't we should be enough. Yeah. Okay, let's say Mavs have to trade for Antetokounmpo, who's gone. If I have to trade for Giannis, I have to put a package. I'm not going to look up salary. I'm not going to try to make salaries match. If I have to put up an offer, it'll probably be PJ Washington, Jaden Hardy, and like 2 first-round picks. That's the best I want to give. And that's probably not what would ever work, but that's the best that I'd want to give. PJ, Jaden Hardy, and 2 first-round picks. But it's not going to work. That's tough. That's tough. The braggart saying, bring back Sharp. Yeah, that's fair. Riley saying, yo, what's up, Marcel? How you been? I've been good, Laura. How you been? How's everybody doing? Bring back Sharp. All these bigs in the league, it would be nice to have them. We'll see. We will see. Klay, PJ, and Hardy. Yeah. Never mind, I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, getting Giannis on his team right now wouldn't really work. It would be a very weird cluster F of things. If Kyrie and Klay were retired, then yes, you make a push for Giannis. Not P. Jizzle. Hey, Jizzle, what's up? I never want PJ Washington to leave this team. Neither do I. TGK with a hot take. Marcel, Gafford, and PJ should have been... not me. I read that wrong. Hot take, Marcel. Gafford and PJ should have been in the top 100. Yeah. Honestly, I think everybody on the Mavericks should have been in the top 100, in my honest opinion. I mean, shout out to Dereck Lively for cracking the top 100. But it is what it is. Doing great, my guy. Can't wait for the giveaway. Oh, yeah, we're doing that. Don't worry. We're going to talk about several things. So we talked about... Klay Thompson and his defense. Some people in the chat aren't sold on his defense, but if you've been watching him in preseason, his defense has been fine. Even when the shot isn't falling, he doesn't just walk around and do nothing. Look at Quentin Grimes. Last game he had, 1 point and 10 rebounds. He had the highest plus-minus on the team in the last preseason game. It's not always about the box score. It's about how you impact the game. Good players know how to impact the game outside of just filling up the stat sheet. You have players like Andre Drummond who will always walk around with at least 10 to 15 points and 15 to 20 rebounds, but walk away with nothing but losses. He's not impacting the game. He's just filling the stat sheet. That's all. But it is what it is. The goal is to get him for as little as possible, but realistically, it would be a lot, unfortunately. Exactly, yeah. Richard K saying, LOL, not trading for a 30-plus old freak when his athleticism is gone is useless. No thanks. Richard, that's if it's gone. You're assuming it's going to be gone. They said the same thing about Klay Thompson. Why would we sign a 30-something-year-old who's washed up, injured, ridden, doesn't play defense, can't shoot threes? You got to look beyond just, what's on the surface. Giannis on this Mavs team would be unstoppable, balanced defense and offense. It would be. But can Giannis play off-ball? Question for the chat. Can Giannis play off-ball? That's my honest opinion. Can Giannis actually play off-ball? I don't think I've seen him play off-ball. Grimes could and should be a starter. I can see it. I think Grimes is really good. Or at least our 6-man off rip. Grimes is clearly an upgrade over Green, yeah. And I love Josh Green. I love the hustle that he brought. He really cared, really tried his all. But Grimes is definitely an upgrade. He's been honestly not as bad as everyone talks. If you actually watched him, you'd see. Yes, if you watch Klay, he looked good. Who's Rodrigue Beaubois? He was a Mavericks player that we got years ago who looked good for half a second and just wasn't that good. But he's a champion. He won a chip, though. I really think Klay will be rejuvenated and maybe even be a new player with the Mavs. I believe so. Giannis can't really play off ball. See, that's the problem. If Giannis can't play off ball, then why would you... Realistically, because I know I made videos about Giannis to the Mavs, and I think it's more like a pipe dream, right? Because on paper, you love to see it. But in practice, practically speaking, can Giannis play off ball alongside Luka Doncic? Luka can't really play off ball, right? Like Luka, hopefully this year will play more off ball. But if you have two players that are very ball dominant, what does that look like? Kyrie is excellent off the ball, and that's why it works so well alongside Luka Doncic. But Giannis, I don't know. I can't even imagine Giannis on the Mavs with Luka. It'd be crazy. Our only tradable people right now should be Maxey, Spencer, Omax, Dante, Powell, maybe Gort. Nah, keep Gort. It would be too soon to trade him. But yeah, I agree. Maxey, Spencer, Omax, Dante, Powell. Josh, Hustleman Green. Yep. Klay can shoot from a rocking chair. That's different, Marcel. Yeah, but I mean, but see, that's what I'm talking about, Richard. Like, we know Klay can shoot very well. But what is everybody saying about him? He's washed. He's throwing up bricks. He just went 0 for 9 the other day. He's bad. But we know he's actually good, right? You're assuming Giannis is not going to be athletically still gifted in the next 4 years, which could be wrong, could be true. And obviously when it happens, you know, when that time comes, you evaluate. But it is what it is. Is Klay going to come off the bench? Nah, Klay's starting. How we cut a 7'5" blocking machine just to keep Dwight freaking Powell. I'm going to have a hot take about Jamarion Sharp. I don't think he would have been that good right off the rip. I don't think that's a Nico L. Because you're not really going to fit Jamarion Sharp in real minutes. You're not. I know a lot of people see 7'5", and if you watch Jamarion Sharp, he got a few blocks. He didn't really play a lot of minutes, but he got a few blocks. Like, okay, that's cool. He didn't get a lot of rebounds. He did struggle against other bigs at the rim. Against Jazz, against Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen, he struggled going up at the rim against them. He struggled getting rebounds over other people. If we keep him on the G League team, let him develop, okay, that's cool. But honestly, I'm not too upset that we didn't keep Jamarion Sharp. I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's a bad player, but I can see why we didn't keep him, right? I'm sure he'll find his way somewhere. I don't think we're hurt because he's not here. I don't think there'll be a moment where we ask ourselves, why don't we have Jamarion Sharp? Genetic Effects say, nah, he's nice. Guy has solid ball skills. Will be interesting to see how he fits in with his new team. He'll be good. He'll be good. Trunks says, I don't understand most of Klay's career. His first few weeks of the season and preseason, he hasn't ever played good. He gets into the groove of the season. It's just cool to hate Klay right now. It's weird. Everyone's putting out these hater videos about Klay, and it's just weird behavior. Weird behavior. They should have kept Sharp. That's what everyone says. I don't know if I agree. If someone gets traded onto the Mavs, who would it be? Noah on the Nets. Whatever his name. Noah's. Dude named Noah on the Nets. I think we should get him. Bro, I swear my entire For You page is Klay's washed, so the Mavs are in trouble. You will never see me. Y'all know I stay positive. Y'all know I might be a little bit delusional, but I stay positive. You're not going to see me put out hit pieces on players just because they have a short stretch of bad games. If you go bad like Tim Hardaway went bad, if you go bad the whole second half of the season, yeah, we can talk about it. But 2 bad games or 1 bad game ain't going to make me just throw the towel at you. I said in my other video, you put on this uniform and you actually try, I'm going to support you. Klay tried. I'm going to support him. It is what it is. Same. I trust Nico. He's been good to us. Yeah. Daily. Yep. True. Let Nico be Nico. Exactly. Do you think they'll attempt to acquire another player before the trade deadline? Yeah. I think a smart team should be actively trying to improve their roster. But if it doesn't happen, I want y'all to understand this. If we don't actually trade for somebody, if we don't actually get somebody, that doesn't mean we weren't trying. It just means we couldn't find somebody. Or something fell through. If no trade happens, that doesn't mean we're just sitting on our butts doing nothing. Maybe we tried and it didn't work. Maybe there was nothing available that we liked, right? There's a lot of nuance behind it. Man, Roddy would be nice in today's game. Possibly. And y'all crazy for saying I could beat him in a 1v1. Y'all are insane. How tall is Roddy Boubois? Rodrigue Boubois. He is 36 years old, so maybe I could beat him. Not really. Oh, okay, he's 6'3". Maybe I could score a point on him. It's all crazy. Sharp is way more underdeveloped player. At this point, he needs more coaching and attention. Powell's predictable. That's it. That's it right there. Genetic Effects. Sharp is a way more underdeveloped player. At this point, he needs more coaching and attention. Powell is predictable. They know what to expect from him. Exactly. We don't have time to develop too many players. We can have a few players in their development, but we can't have like 5 to 6 players all needing development when we're trying to win a championship. Because then you're going to get frustrated with players when they show that they're still developing, making mistakes, right? Mavericks have an incredible roster, of course. Noah Clowney. Yep, I think we should go after him. If I can't critique if Nico makes a minor mistake, then that's a dictatorship. You can critique anybody, TGK. You can definitely critique. But I want you to tell me why it's a L that we didn't bring back Jamarion Sharp. How does that hurt us? How does not bringing back Jamarion Sharp hurt us? And if we did bring back Jamarion Sharp, where does he get minutes? Who does he play over? Where is he in the rotation? That's what you have to ask yourself. But just my opinion. Why some people saying the Mavs just got worse on my For You page? Because they don't know basketball. Short answer. Santos Reborn saying, hot take, Marcel, think Jokic coming to the Mavericks is more predictable than Giannis. I agree. The Nuggets look a little rough. Things don't look good there. I mean, you got Michael Porter Jr., who's always getting hurt. Apparently, Jamal Murray's not looking good. It is just preseason. However, he also didn't look good in the playoffs. If that continues, who knows? Maybe Jokic gets tired of it. Maybe Russell Westbrook runs Jokic out. He'll come to Dallas. That'd be insane, bro. B3 saying, if you're not delusional, you shouldn't be here. You're absolutely right. Imagine the ball movement with Doncic and Jokic. That would be crazy. It would be unstoppable, yeah. Wreck Killer saying, question, what do you think with Klay coming? Does this new situation give more chances for Luka to finally win MVP or less? I think it gives him more because it'll be less things that Luka needs to do, which will eliminate the things that he may not look great at so he can focus on highlighting what does look good. When a great player does too much, you start to see what he's not really good at. But when a great player only focuses on what makes them great, they look a lot better, right? So one of the parts of Luka's game that doesn't look good is his turnovers. He has a lot of turnovers. If his turnovers drop this year, he looks a lot better. And that could really be because we have other players that can facilitate. I'm not saying that he's a bad passer, but he does have a high turnover rate. But it really isn't his fault, in my opinion. I feel like the only way we don't trade might mean that they were that good for the season. No need to change what's working exactly. You can do too much. There is a thing of doing too much to your roster and it just falls apart because you've made too many changes. Richard K saying Marcel Watford or Clowney from Nets would work, but I'm thinking Obi and Murphy from Indy myself. Murphy. I like Obi Toppin, but the Pacers are very reluctant to move any of their young guys. That's why I say Noah Clowney. Frank said, I saw videos say Warriors got worse losing Klay, but also can Klay help the Mavs? So is he good or bad? To be determined. A lot of people are just throwing their think pieces around. I mean, I throw my own think pieces around, but we really don't know until we see it, right? I'm not going to lie. I can see Roddy breaking your ankles after one move. No, you're absolutely right. No, don't worry about saying no offense. Roddy break my ankles once. I'm not getting back up. I'm going to sit there like, you got it. You got it. I know how good I am. I know how good I actually am. Noah Holmes saying Lively's float game has majorly improved. Can't wait for him to be able to score multiple ways. Bro, his post game is insane. That turnaround baby hook, that floater, his touch around the rim is so nice. Lively's coming. Lively is incoming. Bryson Vaughn saying Gaff and Lively last game, by the way. Gaff and Lively last game. What about it? Slandering the Mavs are simply casuals not knowing ball. Exactamundo. If Jamarion ain't averaging 12 plus boards and 3 plus blocks every game, he's out. He's out there. He's worthless, literally. I like Jamarion Sharp. I think he is a good player, a good project. If there's no room for you, there's no room for you. That's just me, though. That's me, though. Michael just got here. What's finally happening? What I missed? What'd you miss, Michael? The Mavericks just got better. We were just talking about all the moves, talking about the season coming up. We're discussing a lot of things. What specifically is finally happening is the Mavericks being a competent team that can compete for a championship in a realistic fashion instead of just being, because what I said earlier was in the previous years, it felt like we were just Luka and the Mavs. Luka and the Mavs. Now we're the Dallas Mavericks, right? A TGK team says, we need to get sushi again. I got you this time, Marcel. I got you, TGK. One of these days, we'll hit it up. Trunk saying, I don't understand why Luka didn't win MVP. His whole team was assassinated off the court with the amount of injuries. For 3 months, he averaged 37 points, triple doubles. Insane. They're always going to bring up reasons why. Oh, you're from Dallas? That's what's up, John. What about the landlord and Q Dot? Listen here, bro. Daniel Gafford looks great. Daniel Gafford looked phenomenal. I don't know if y'all were paying attention to Daniel Gafford in the preseason games. He definitely looks stronger. He looks stronger because I think they said he gained like 10 or 15 pounds of muscle. I couldn't really tell by looking at him, but watching him play, he's fighting in traffic. He's attacking the rim a lot stronger. It's going to be a lot harder for defenders to stop Daniel Gafford at the rim. And I'm all for it. I am here for it. Daniel Gafford looked good, and Quentin Grimes. There's a weird group of people out there, Mavericks fans, that believe that Quentin Grimes isn't good. There's a group of people that are Mavs fans that believe that Quentin Grimes should be traded, that he's the 7th or 8th best guard, that he's on the deep bench, won't get minutes, and he's a bench warmer. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Quentin Grimes is a very good player, high basketball IQ. He impacts the game outside of just scoring. He is a good rotational player, and he's young and still developing. Come on, bro. Grimes is that guy. Grimes is that guy, bro. I just feel the Mavs could have cut Brandon Williams and kept Sharp. I agree with that too, TGK. If they cut Williams instead of Sharp, I'm fine with that too. But at the same time, when was the last two-way player that we had that actually, like, did something? When was the last time a two-way player was really game-changing? You gotta look at it that way. What do you think of the Mavericks' new court? Looks pretty solid, honestly. Getting Lively was a good option. Luka and Kyrie have a good alley-oop target. Plus, Lively is a good inside defender and inside scorer. He's also faster than other big centers like Zubac. Oh my gosh. The way Daniel Gafford gets up and down the court is crazy. One thing that I don't think people will really talk about enough about this Mavericks team is how athletic we are. We don't got no unathletic people. People say Luka's not athletic. I just think Luka reserves his energy in the game, so he doesn't really push himself. But we have a very athletic team. Like, that's just a fact. Snapple cap fact. Michael J said, yeah, I can't wait. I love the depth this year. Can't wait to see Q Dot, Najee, and Klay impact on this team. And then, of course, D-Live 2-year leap. D-Live's 2-year leap is going to be crazy. And now, hear me out. This might be a hot take. But I think Dereck Lively will reach the level of Luka Doncic. And now, hear me out. Not saying he will be of that level, of that caliber player. He could be. But what I'm saying is, the way we look at Luka Doncic and all the crazy things that he does on the court, it's like normal for us. It's still amazing to see, but we're used to it, right? I think that's what's going to happen with Dereck Lively. He's going to get to a level where he's doing all these crazy, great things, and we're like, yeah, we're used to it. That's Dereck Lively. I think he's going to be that good. I really do think so. Was Gafford a football player or a boxer? Forgot which. I think he was a football player. Let me see. Daniel Gafford, football. Let me see. Do I have any pictures of him playing football? That is definitely not Daniel Gafford. I don't know if Daniel Gafford did play football. I'm trying to see if there's any pictures. Nah, I don't see any. I'm not too sure. If he did, makes sense. Quentin Grimes is going to cook this year. Way better version of Josh Green. Yeah. Q Dot is goated. I don't know what some of these people are on. I don't know either. Gafford played clarinet too. Oh, that's up. Fun fact, I played the violin. Loved it. Alex Caruso, that's great. That's great. Anyone else? Do we have an Alex Caruso type player? Come on now. Mavs fan from Taiwan, Dallas Mavericks 2025 NBA Championships. Alan Chen, you were absolutely right. Luka looks like he's in great shape. Luka looks amazing. Anybody who tells you Luka's fat or out of shape, they're lying to you. They're lying because they're haters and they don't know basketball. Unfortunately. If you want to watch the Dallas, this is the year because they are the faves to win it all. Yep. Geez, Marcel, just text Gafford. Don't need to act humble in front of us. I'll just call Gafford. I'll FaceTime him. Man, I hope Lively tries attempting at least 1-3 a game just to test the water. Yeah, it's fine. But I also don't want fans to, like, yearn for it. Like, yes, we want Lively to change his game, do new things, show us what's new, shoot the ball on the outside. But if he doesn't take a lot of threes, that's also fine. I'd much rather him kind of stick to what works and take a few threes and maybe a few jumpers. Doesn't need to do it all the time, especially if they're not hitting. Dan said, hey, Marcel, are you doing Fantasy League? So, yes, I said this last stream. I'll say it again in case no one was there. I am not doing a Fantasy League this year. I do apologize. I know I talked about it a whole lot. I probably got a lot of people excited for it. I do apologize. I have been very, very busy. My job, things have changed at my current job, so I am a lot busier now. I'm not really getting a whole lot of sleep. I'm doing YouTube as well, obviously. So I haven't had time to set up the whole Fantasy League, so I do apologize to everybody. However, I will get started on it earlier for next year, and we will have a Fantasy League next year. So I do apologize. I'm sorry. Sorry I lied. I just got really busy. Let me see. Final War is saying, I like how people say some players suck when they could get destroyed if they play against them. If you ever hear me say a player sucks, I'm just saying compared to the average NBA player. Not compared to me. I don't think there's one player in the league that I could beat in a one-on-one. BE3 saying, I'm excited about this year. Everyone is being encouraged to be the best version of themselves, not always deferring to Luka and Kai because they can't do anything for themselves, like in the finals. Exactly. Wait, were you joking? Do you have Mavs players in contacts? I am not allowed to disclose that information. But let me see. TGK said, I'll do one for our TGK chat, Marcel. Got it. But all right, so we talked about the Mavericks. We talked about the roster. We talked about the moves. Is there any news going on? Do y'all want to peruse Twitter? Obviously, we're gonna do our giveaways. Don't worry, we always end the streams with the giveaways. But I want to just kind of kick it and chat with y'all real quick before we just get to the good stuff. So let's peruse Twitter and see if we can find anything interesting. Here, let me edit my window so you can still see my beautiful brown face. Let's see here. Let's see what's happening on Twitter. This was seen on a flight from Dallas to LAX. I guess there's a raccoon in the plane. That's crazy. The Memphis Grizzlies are signing Japanese guard Yuki Kawamura to a two-way NBA contract. The 5'8" Kawamura averaged 3.4 points, 4.2 assists, and 15.1 minutes in the preseason, leading Grizzlies to 21 total assists, earning a roster spot. He played very well against us. He looked very good. So shout out to Yuki getting that two-way spot. Good shout out to him. Let me see. The closer we get to the season, the more I think Kid might really start Gafford again. It doesn't matter too much since I believe Lively will end up playing more minutes, but I would still love to see that opening unit with Derek. Excited to see the decision. All right, so let's talk about that. Do y'all think that Dereck Lively should start over Gafford? Or do you think Gafford should start over Lively? What do y'all think? Because I'm kind of split on it. I've said many times, I don't really care who starts. I don't think there's one player I want more than the other. I think it's very situational on who you play, depending on their matchups, depending on what's going on, obviously. But I don't know. Let me see what y'all think, because I'm cool with either or. If you tell me Gafford starts, cool. If you tell me Lively starts, cool. Doesn't really bother me. Lively started last year out of necessity, and it paid off dividends because he was great for us. But now that we have Gafford, it kind of doesn't matter, really. TGK saying, creating content with a full-time job is difficult and tons of sleepless nights. Salute to Marcel. I've been there before. Bro, I get no sleep. Deep in saying this changes everything. You already know. Marcel was with Jaden Hardy at Kroger's yesterday. I was. We were kicking it. The Mavs honestly have a good chance of making it into the finals or the Western Conference season easily. A mad respect to anyone 5'8" that has skills to make an NBA. Yeah, props to you. There's people tall that can't get into the NBA, so props to them. Yes to both. Lively finishes games, though. That's fair, yeah. Gafford over Lively. Honestly, I don't care who starts. They're both good centers. Exactly. I don't really care. One secret weapon for the Mavs is the culture. It seems like there's positivity, camaraderie, and support among players, coaches, trainers, and front office. I don't see a lot of backbiting. I don't see it either. I bet it is such a comforting thing for these guys to play together. I bet they just love it. No worries. No worries at all. Luka stuff saying it doesn't really matter to me. I think they should get about equal minutes, though. That's fair. B3 say, I prefer Gafford, but it doesn't matter. Exactly. I think have Gafford starting for most of the season and keep improving Lively as it is only his second year in the league. That's also fair. I think Lively just as a natural next step and help him continue to grow. Yeah. Let's not forget that Daniel Gafford isn't like at his peak either. Daniel Gafford can still improve. He's about 25, 26 years old. He can still improve as well. So there is that. I prefer having Gafford as a starter because that lineup with him went like 18-3. Then you bring Lively off the bench, and instead of taking a dip, they maintain a high-level threat. That's very true. Rashawn saying, I'm back. Just finished eating salty caramel cheesecake. That sounds really good. Deep in saying they can play the same amount of minutes, so it's not a big deal either way. It's just, I just feel the vet should get the starting spot. And that's fair too. I mean, and we're not saying we should just give it to Daniel Gafford because he's the vet. Daniel Gafford is fighting for that spot, and if he earns it, he definitely earned it. Not given, earned. Dragon Ball Radiant saying, I really want to see Westbrook get served up by the Mavericks again. I think a lot of people would too. Yeah, Sharp's gone, yeah. Giannis to Mavs this season? Maybe next season. Sleep House, what's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, Gafford's around the same age as Luka. Yeah, so it's like Gafford can still improve as well, so I just want to see what y'all had to say. I'm going to leave the stream for a bit. I'll come back in a couple minutes. We'll be here. Stream will probably go for like another hour. I know it's Saturday. It's in the afternoon. A lot of y'all got stuff to do, so we're going to kick it for a little bit. Let's go back to Twitter, see what we're talking about. Shout out to TGK. These practices look lit. All right, let's check it out. All right, Kyrie. Look at that, smiling, laughing, having a good time. Look at Kyrie. Ooh, look at that aura. That's aura. Hold on, let me fix the video so you can see how great these guys are. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that aura. Killer Kai. Look at that. Luka's all right, and Luka's fully healthy, by the way. He's been in practice with all these guys. All right, PJ over to Kai. Kai pull up. Knockdown. Come on now. Ooh, Luka transition. Who got that? Kyrie. Come on, man. Built different. Built different. Shout out to those guys. Let's see what else is on the old Twitter thread. Kyrie Irving is a pure artist with a basketball in his hands. Dude's incredible. Let's see what Luka's doing. Luka things. Like what in the world? Half court contest? Luka, you crazy. Ooh, Kanye West. How Luka prepares for practice. Let's see Luka practice. Look at that. MVP loading. Gotta get those hips up. MVP. NBA champion. Finals MVP. Shoot, give him most improved player. Give him clutch player of the year. Give him defensive player of the year. Give him every award. He's a rookie of the year again. Luka Doncic. Luka is getting it in. Let's see what else is on my Twitter. Did y'all see this? Now, the Lakers started brawling a bunch of nobodies. But 74 to 132 got blown out by almost 60 points. Good God. It's just preseason, but you know it is what it is. Let me see. Look at Dallas Mavericks big man Maxi Kleber shooting threes off the catch and shoot top of the key. Kleber is recovering from a sprained left ankle in practice fully yesterday. Shout out to Maxi, bro. A healthy Maxi is very good. I know I've been kind of critical of Maxi, but it's really just because of his health. Because I know, and we kind of went over this in one of our other streams, where if you look at the advanced numbers, all the advanced analytics and stats when it comes to Maxi Kleber, all point to Maxi being a great defender. For whatever reason, the eye test may not show that, but the numbers say Maxi is a great defender, and I believe it. I believe a very healthy Maxi is very good, but it is what it is. Klay and Kyrie, definitely the way vets play, yeah. You know what would blow my mind? If Gafford hit threes like Anthony Davis, that'd be crazy. If he does come here, you have to feel bad for Damian Lillard. Dude just can't catch a break. That'd be crazy. I'm very happy with this team. We should let Lively start his time. That's fair. Perfect stream before I go into work at 3. What's good, Marcel? What's good, Super? Hope you're doing well. Man, the offseason has felt so long. You're telling me, Depend. Oh my gosh. You know how many videos I made where like I was scratching my head on how to like frame it, how to do it? I eventually went from one a day to like every other day because I just felt like I was dying for content. You know, how many videos will I make about this changes everything? I can't do everyone. I know y'all love it when I talk about what changes everything, but I can't do it for every video, guys. Calm down. Bronny had 17 points. It was a minus 30. But shout out to him, though. I was watching a Lakers Nation stream during the game. Yeah, because the score was hilarious. That's funny. Somehow he will even get Rookie of the Year. Yeah, of course. Bros managed to lose by 58 points. It's crazy. Man, I want to see Bronny win low-key the hate. Look, I don't love the hate. Okay, let me rephrase that. I love to hate certain individuals. Bronny, no. What I don't like is how they really talk about him like it's a big deal. Outside of the fact that you're playing with your father, like let's say LeBron was retired. Will they still talk about Bronny? Yeah, of course, but it's the fact that LeBron's still here that you will always hear Bronny's name being brought up, even though he doesn't really do anything to warrant that. That dude connect on the Lakers is much better. I think Maxi's just cooked now regardless. I think it's his health. The thing I can never understand is why does Westbrook attack Doncic so much but then apologize for it later? I have no idea. It's weird. Bronny had the same amount of points as Ja last night. Oof. Who is the best defender on the Mavs? Who stands out the most? I think it's PJ. What do y'all think? Who is the best defender on the team? I think it's PJ. PJ or Najee. Maybe even Quentin Grimes. He plays good defense too. I think it's between those three as like our best defenders. Who do y'all think is our best defender? It could be Lively. Lively can defend on the perimeter now. If you try to get that switch on Lively, he'll stay right in front of you. So Lively, PJ, Grimes, and Najee. Out of those four, who's the best defender? I think you can argue for anybody. I think it's closer between PJ and Najee, but let me see, Rashawn and Najee, that's fair. Let me see. Pure nepotism, like we live in North Korea, is crazy. Grimes best perimeter defender. Yes, he is great on that perimeter for sure, for sure. Dalton Connect is cold AF. He looks better than some of the top 10 drafted. Yeah, he does. Najee probably, yeah. I think our best rim protector is Gaff. Perimeter is PJ or Najee. Overall PJ, yeah. But I think Lively is a good defender as well. Luke is our best defender. Maybe, possibly. I need to see more defense from Najee and Grimes. PJ has already proved himself. Yeah, that's true too. In the small sample size, I've seen a lot of good defense from Najee and Grimes though. Perimeter is definitely Grimes though. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, let's keep going through Twitter for a little bit, see what's on the timeline, and then we're gonna get to the giveaways, and we'll just head on out from here. I got a few videos I need to record. Let's see. It would appear Gaff is keeping the starting spot. Yeah, more people talking about Gaff starting, which is fine. Look, everyone's talking about that. I got a lot of random stuff on my Twitter. Doink. What is this? All right. All right. I don't know what that was. The best available free agents entering the 2024-2025 NBA season: Lonnie Walker, Markelle Fultz, Dennis Smith Jr., Nasir Little, Jay Crowder, Robert Covington, O'Shea Brissett, Justin Holiday, Daniel House, and Bismack Biyombo. Who do y'all think, if we had a spot, if we had one spot open and we were going to go pick somebody off this list, who would you want to pick? For me, I'm looking at Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith Jr., maybe Jay Crowder. I don't know if he's washed. I liked him when he was in Milwaukee. I liked him when he was in Phoenix. I'm not sure. Robert Covington plays good defense. Daniel House was good in Houston, but that was a while ago. So Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith Jr., Jay Crowder, Robert Covington. Out of those four, I'd probably lean more towards Dennis Smith Jr. But out of this list, who are y'all pulling for? Y'all let me know. Who y'all want? See what chat's talking about. Kyrie was lockdown defense last playoffs. He was. Will Kyrie keep that intensity during the season? I believe it. Is that Drew Holiday's brother? Yeah. So there's 3 Holiday brothers: Drew Holiday, Aaron Holiday, and then Justin Holiday. Bismack Biyombo is a hell of a name. Bismack Biyombo. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was glad when that series with the Timberwolves was over because they were playing really dirty close to the end. A lot of extra movement and groin shots. There were a lot. Dennis Smith Jr. would, yeah. It was good on my nerves, yeah, me too. OKC and Wolves both played dirty as hell last playoffs. They did. Because if y'all remember, like, we weren't really playing. We were playing good defense, but we weren't playing like scrappy. But after we realized that's what the other team was on, like, okay, we can play that way too. But yeah, we played against some real scrappy people. Dennis Smith Jr. would solve any doubt about putting attack defense. That's true. He's a very good defender. Don't want none of them scrubs. They almost as bad as layup line Maxey. Shout out to Richard Case. Can we get Drew, please? That dude's nice. If we got Drew Holiday, that would be insane. That would just be insane. But yeah, I'm probably leaning more towards Dennis Smith Jr., but that is just me. Let's see what's else on the timeline. Shout out to Curse Muse. That's the homie. Let's see what's memes. How could anyone say basketball isn't educational? Learned a new phrase today. The fact Bronny in the NBA and LiAngelo isn't is kind of wild. Bronny and Joe. Hey, yo. I like that. Bronny and Joe are 2 cheeks of the same butt. I like it. I'm probably going to start saying that when I compare people. But let's see. Gortman, humble young man. New Maverick, Texas Legends, Jayzen Gortman, who went from undrafted to making the Mavs final roster on a 2-way contract, saying, "You gotta love this thing." And message from his pops: it was a congrats to keep working and not a congrats to be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Always want more. Tomorrow, the Texas Legends are having their fan jam, and I'm going to interview Jayzen Gortman. So I'm going to have some content for you guys probably in the upcoming days. I'm going to go there, record some stuff, interview some of the guys. I'm gonna make sure Jayzen Gortman tells y'all he watches the channel, because I was told that some of the players do watch us here, so I think that'd be really cool. But we've been here for a good minute. We might as well just get to what everybody's been waiting for, which is the giveaway. We got a little spin the wheel going on, but I do need to add a few names because there were some new additions to the memberships. There was like 10 that were gifted, so let me add those names real quick, and we'll be on our way. Let me see here. Who are the new members? Gotta add y'all. My computer's moving slow today. That's fun. Give me a second, y'all. We've got to spin the wheel. Move this down just a tad bit. Boop. All right, now I would like. This is not the spin. This is not the spin. So I apologize on whoever it lands on. You did not win. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. William Norman, you did not win. I'm sorry. That was a misclick because I didn't add all the names. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Genetic Effects, I just subbed today, but been watching since last season. Thanks for the content, Marcel. Thank you, Genetic Effects. Appreciate you being here. Okay, can I please see the new members so I can add them? I feel bad. Okay. What is that? My Nord ad? Alright, so I guess all my animations want to play today. That's crazy. Alright. Back to the live stream. Crazy. Okay, so. Okay. All right. I added the 10 new people to the list. So now let's do the actual spin of the wheel. Give me a second here, y'all. Trying to get my life together. It's not easy. What is my computer doing? Get it together now. All right. There we go. Okay, don't know what happened. All right, so here we go. Spin the wheel. For a free jersey. Hicks H, you are the winner of our giveaway. May not be in the chat, but I'm going to make a member post so he sees it. You won the giveaway for a free jersey. And you know what? You know what? I'm feeling kind of generous. Let's spin another name. Shall we? I always end up doing more because I always like doing multiple. Girl on Two Fingers, you also won a free jersey. And you know what? Let's do another one. I'm crazy. 3 jerseys going out. Philly Eagles, Bird Gang. So we got our 3 winners for the free jersey. If you were the winner for our giveaway where I just dropped 3 of them things, as always, to claim your prize, you have to email me. I always forget to, let me close this out. I always forget to like post my email. I don't even know. What is my work email? It is Digest Media. That's not my email. What is my email? Where's my phone at? Hold on. Anyway, I'm gonna make a post for the members. Only the members will be able to see it. That'll explain the details and steps on how to claim your prize. Shout out to the 3 winners for today's giveaway. We're doing giveaways every week. NBA is back, baby. We got 5 days till the season begins. A lot of good stuff is happening. The Dallas Mavericks are going to be a contender, the best in the West, all that good stuff. We're gonna make it out the West, make it to the finals, win a chip, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. We're gonna call it like right here. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. There will be a video out in a few hours going over Jayzen Gortman and the 2-way contract situations that we do have, as well as some other stuff that we got going on. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But until next time, y'all take care and drink water. Peace.